All right, guys, you got this. Let's go. Gun right, triple E. Close that go. On one, on one.
Ready?
Ready.
What's up, guys? It's Pick'em with HuddleGG, and today I'm breaking down a sneaky 4-man blitz out of the 3-3 mint formation that's really been flying under the radar in college football 25. It's simple to set up, gets really consistent pressure, and has a really nice coverage on the back end to make sure you can frustrate your opponent no matter what they come out in. With that being said, let's dive right into it. And we did say 3-3 mint is the formation. A lot of people may be thinking, oh, they're going to be talking about the linebacker cross 3 show 2. That is not the blitz we're going over today, but it is a blitz that you can use alongside that blitz to get even better pressure out of this 3-3 mint formation. We are in the 3-3-5 playbook here for today's video. And before we get into the play that we're going to be using, we do want to go to the outside linebacker sub package. So again, if you do not know how to do that, just move the right stick left or right before you pick the formation, and you want to go until you see outside linebacker sub. And then we are going to go to our coaching adjustments, and we want to turn auto flip off. Now, the play that we're going to be using is going to be hot blitz bail, and we are going to run this flipped. Now, you do want to make sure that you are running hot blitz bail and not hot blitz 3, okay? So just make sure you are aware there are 2 hot blitz style plays here in the nickel 3-3 mint. We are going to be using hot blitz bail, and again, run it flipped with a slot corner starting to the right side of the field. Now, this is what the base play art's going to look like for us. And what we are going to essentially be doing is trying to create a 2-man stunt with our blitzing middle linebacker and our D tackle. Now, the way that we're going to accomplish that is we're going to shift our defensive line to the left, and we're going to pinch our linebackers. Okay, now if we look at those blitz angles between the D tackle and the blitzing middle linebacker, they're crisscrossing there right in front of the center, and this is going to be exactly what we're looking for to get the pressure in. Now, we do not need to send all 6 of these people to get the pressure, so we can zone off the outside linebacker to the left and the slot corner to the right. Now, you can zone them off in 2 different ways. Now, you could actually zone them off in a variety of different ways depending on what type of coverage shell you want to run, but we're going to talk about a cover 3 buzz shell here in today's video, and we can either run a spot drop version of that, or we could run match. Okay, if you're looking to run match, you want to put the outside linebacker in the slot corner in seam flats, so it would look just like this. If you do want to run more of a spot drop style cover 3 buzz, we're going to put those guys in curl flats. You could use a hard flat as well, but this is what we're going to be doing for today's video. Now, the last step is we just want to contain, to get those defensive in those contained angles. So what you'll see a lot of times is the quarterback's going to panic when he sees the pressure coming in. He's going to try to get out of the pocket, and that's where those contains are going to come into play for us. Now, here in practice mode, these defensive linemen do get a little bit wonky with their alignment if we do not call hike right away. So I'm just going to move them to get them in their appropriate spots. But again, this is what the player is going to look like. And when they say hike, you're going to see why this blitz works. And we'll go into replay and break it down a little bit as well. So you're going to see here, we're going to get that pressure right there up the A gap on the left side of the screen and get that quick sack on the quarterback. Now, if we go to the replay, you're going to see why this is so effective. So if we look at the alignment of our defense right now, the 4 immediate threats for the offensive line to worry about are going to be this defensive lineman, our D tackle, this defensive end, and then this outside linebacker, right? So since we have 2 people here as immediate threats to the left side of the screen, that's going to tell the left tackle and the left guard that those are their 2 responsibilities to start the play. So they're going to look left to start the play. That leaves the center to pick up our defensive tackle right here. So 72 is going to pick our defensive tackle up. Our blitzing linebacker here is going to be targeted by the right guard, number 74, and then the right tackle would get this defensive end here, okay? So when that happens, you're going to see when we say hike, the D tackle is going to take a nice angle from left to right at that center and get in the way of number 74. So a lot of people talk about blitzes in these games, in both college football and Madden, saying, oh, they're a glitch, this is not how it should work, when in reality, there is a very specific reason why this blitz is working, and we do talk about how to block it over at HuddleGG as well, so do not think this is unblockable. There's no blitz in the game that's unblockable, but you need to understand why this blitz is working. So again, look at number 74. He is trying to get to that linebacker who's blitzing, right? But he runs into this D tackle who's on this left to right angle and gets in his way, and that opens up the gap there for our blitzer because this D tackle has engaged with the center. A lot of times he cannot pass that off in time to get to this looping linebacker, and that's what generates our pressure here. But again, a lot of people think the left guard should just know that right of screen middle linebacker is blitzing. That's not the case. Again, he has to be cautious of this guy over here. Again, there's two immediate threats here for the offensive line to worry about. So the left tackle and left guard have to worry about these two guys, which again, opens up this gap here for a linebacker to blitz through and get to the quarterback really quickly. Okay, so one more time here, we're going to shift our line to the left, pinch our linebackers. We're going to zone off the outside linebacker and the slot corner, and then we're going to contain. Okay, this is what the play art should look like. You can bring this user back over here before the play starts. You can leave him over here and then adjust once they say hike. You can do a lot with him. He will align in different areas of the field depending on the formation of the offense. Same thing with this safety. So if you ever see that this safety is down here to start the play, don't panic. You didn't do anything wrong. It's just based off the formation that your opponent is running. Okay, so again, these two yellows will move around based off what your opponent is doing, but when we set this up, again, this is what the play art will look like. When they say hike, you're going to see that we're able to generate that really nice pressure up the middle with that looping middle linebacker. Again, it's not the same blitz that a lot of people are running out of the linebacker cross 3 show 2, but it is something that we can use in addition to that to really make this 3-3 mint even tougher. So again, if you are running 3-3 min already, this is something you should definitely be adding in as another blitz that you use. I think this is one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent blitzes in the game, and this is actually my main pressure that I'm running. But if you just want to add it in on specific downs, that's perfectly fine as well. But if you're not in 3-3 min, we really recommend you at least taking a look at it because of the potential that this formation has. I do want to say one more thing before we go as well. When we are sending this pressure, right, you do not always have to zone off both the slot and the outside linebacker to the right. So if there was a situation where you wanted to send a little bit of extra pressure and send this linebacker to the left rather than zoning him off in a curl flat or a seam flat as well, that's perfectly fine. Just not recommend running 5 or 6 blitzers as a regular every down type of defensive play call, right? So again, you could even at times, you could send both edges here, right? And just have the 2 yellows over the middle. Now this is a very aggressive look. And again, it can be useful in the right situations. But in general, for our base pressure, we are going to zone off both of those guys just so we can drop 7 back into coverage. And again, that's going to allow us to still get our pressure. Now that time you can see that the center was able to pass off the defensive tackle, and you will see that at times with this. So again, don't panic if that happens. But when that happens, I do want to show you that a lot of times your D tackle gets a really good angle on the right guard, and he's going to win pretty early on as well, and that's going to be able to get you pressure there. So again, I would say maybe 2 out of 10 times you'll see him pass him off fairly well like that. But even on those 2 times, you're still going to get pretty quick heat because your D tackle will be at a good angle against the right guard, and we're able to get that quick shed and the quick pressure there. But again, the vast majority of the time when you are running this pressure, you are, again, going to be able to see that guy just looping right there into the A gap. And again, you can see him getting that quick pressure on the quarterback. Even if the guard or the center can like clip him a little bit, as you can see on that rep, it's still not going to be something that can really give your opponent much time at all. So you're either going to get the free runner, you're going to get him clipped like he does in this rep here, or you're going to get the D tackle one-on-one on a good angle. Either way, it's going to be really creating havoc in the backfield for your opponent. And again, in this situation, this is what's going to drive people to try to roll out because they see this guy's winning this regardless. So if they stand in the pocket much longer, obviously this guy comes off the block and gets the sack. So that's when they start to try to roll out. And when they start to try to roll out, that's when you starting to get into those contains, being able to get some pressure and get some sacks off the edge as well, when you can force that opponent to panic. So again, appreciate you guys tuning in for this video. Hopefully you can add this to your defense that you've already been running and really start to get some more stops here in college football and win some more games. And if you guys are looking to get better at College Football 25, make sure to join our free Discord by going to HuddleGG/Discord. Have a great day.